America's most cherished rights, the freedom of religion, the freedom of speech, freedom of the press, all of those have their roots in Great Britain, but in Britain itself, those rights are dying out. Tommy Robinson is a journalist and a political activist there. One of Robinson's chief causes is raising awareness about sexual abuse, grooming, and rape committed in his country by immigrants, mostly from the Islamic world. Those crimes are ones that local authorities have ignored in order to avoid being called bigoted. Last year, Robinson attempted to cover a gang rape trial involving several Muslim men in Canterbury. For that, he was arrested, given a suspended jail sentence, and told not to cover any further trials. Undeterred, this past weekend, he performed a live stream outside a sexual abuse grooming trial in Leeds. In a free country, of course, anybody ought to be able to say what they think on a public street, but Britain is not a free country anymore. So in a matter of hours, Robinson was arrested, tried, and convicted, and sentenced to 13 months in jail. That was fine, by the way, with most members of the press there and here. The judge further barred the British media from even reporting on Robinson's imprisonment, too. That ban was only lifted yesterday, 4 days after he went behind bars. And that, too, was fine with most journalists in Great Britain. And here, they said virtually nothing about it, amazingly.
They want to remove me, to silence me, to discredit me. They have tried to stop me in every possible way, from taking my finances to imprison me, to slander me, to linking me to Darren Osborne and extremism. Now they want to take away the final thing I have, my voice. I don't doubt one day they will wipe me off social media completely, forever. They will take away my right to defend myself when I'm slandered in the press. The media will be able to tell you whatever they want about me, and I'll have no way of responding. If they can do it to me, they can do it to you. When I decided to sue the police because of the harassment of my children and many other things, my lawyer warned me things were going to get very dirty. Now that I'm suing them on multiple fronts, it's getting dirtier and dirtier. One day you won't be able to reach me on social media at all, or watch my videos on YouTube. One of the reasons I left Rebel Media is because I want to be out on the street. I want to be out there exposing the truth about what's going on in our country and also across Europe. I have major plans to start something big, a whole new platform to get the truth out to you, to the British public, people who deserve to know what's going on in our country. But they're going to try and stop this at every level. They already are. One day, I will only have this. And my website. So please visit tommyrobinson.online and sign up for updates. I don't want to bash you with spam. I just want to make sure when it happens, trust me, it's going to happen. That's exactly what this big build-up's for. I want to be able to keep on getting the truth out, telling the stories no one else will. In 2016, the tide was on our side. We had all the power to challenge the mainstream media, to expose their lies and finally get the truth out to the people, the real truth. But they realised that, and now they're taking back the power. The entire establishment, they're fighting back. They're working with social media to silence us. They can kick me off Twitter. They can delete my Facebook. They can remove my YouTube. But I won't let them stop me telling the truth. So please, if I can ask one thing from you, just share this video, sign up, pledge us your support. Just follow the links at tommyrobinson.online and I'll make sure that whatever they throw at me, the truth will always be told in this country. I am being arrested. I've caused a breach of peace. I'm being arrested. The content of what I'm streaming, I'm being arrested for breach of the peace. I'm being arrested for breach of the peace. You've all watched this. You've all watched this. You've all watched this. You've all watched this. Can you get me a solicitor? Can you get me a solicitor?
Can you just turn off your live feed?
Can you get me a solicitor?
Turn off the live feed, please.
Yeah? Do you understand what I just said? No, can you explain it again? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean?
The UK tosses political dissidents into prison and then bans the media from reporting it. That's the real story, and it doesn't matter what your personal thoughts on the man are, and that man being Tommy Robinson.
I'm curious, that like, you've been faced with death so many times. At this point, does it even frighten you? No. And where do you expect that it's going to end?
So I say that it's an empowering moment. You know these jihadis, you know what you see. I see some that are waiting for death row, yeah, in Kenya, and they're all laughing and joking. They're all happy, and they didn't care, yeah. And then it's only when, in those first few years of the EDO, I struggled to deal with a lot of things. I struggled, I ended up drinking a lot. I ended up turning into a completely different person to who I was, trying to deal with the issues.
Right.
And then once I accepted, like I sit here now and I accept the full reality, at some point someone's going to get me. Yeah? That's going to happen. I know it's going to happen.
So you're willing to die for
but I know that's good, no matter, I know that's where it's going to go. But once I've accepted that, I'm not scared of that. So I walk around and the Muslims in my hometown must think the brazen neck on this kid. Because I just walk around with my head held high and thinking, and I started wearing a bulletproof vest, and I thought, I'm not wearing a bulletproof vest, I'm not hiding. I'm just going to live my life the way I want to live my life, because I'm going to enjoy my life, and I'm going to know that, and even when I come out of jail, I wrote a book, and that book was mainly wrote for my kids, because I want to tell them this is what's going on, so that you don't pick up the media and Google my name and listen to anything that they say on there, because that's not the reality of the situation that we was in. So yeah.
Am I racist? No. Do I have anything against people of other races? No. Would I prevent them from coming into my home? No. So what then is my gripe? My gripe. And I speak on behalf of 7 men called George and 5 women called Victoria. My gripe is quite simple. My gripe is that we were never asked. My gripe is that we were told, not asked. And every day we are told again and again how we are to be and how our country is to be. We're told by them, and we know who they are. They're English too. They're the class that has always set themselves apart. They're the class that has always taken whatever they wanted for themselves. And now they are the class that is giving England away. They have never asked us, and they never will. Do we allow them to sell our heritage? Or is it time for us to speak? To speak. To refuse them the right to give away our holy, our bountiful, our only England that has nurtured us naked, grown us as the oak. Is it time for us that England know to come yet again and defend our country with our fire, our fists? Is it time for our sons to rise again?